talk a little about James Reimer's performance and what it meant to your team?
Well, again, we've always talked about needing quality performances from everybody on our hockey club. And when you look at your goaltender, or you look at goaltending in the NHL, it's a pretty big starting point for teams to be able to have any kind of success. Because if you don't get NHL quality goaltending, your chances of success really drop in a hurry. And that's what he was able to provide for us.
Is it important to get both goalies in a groove early in the season? James was talking after the game, he hadn't played a game in 2 weeks, and it felt good to get in.
Well, it's good to get your, I'm sure you'd ask any player, it's good to get playing. That's what they would always refer back to. You know, if you played me more, I'd play better. And the coach says, well, if you played better, you'd play more. It's a chicken before the egg theory, I guess. I don't know.
Do you think Rocha is still working through timing coming back from the injury?
I think there's some areas that he would like to improve on, I'm sure. And it's not easy doing what he's doing, you know. We know that. And he missed a good part of training camp. He only got to play, I think, one exhibition game. So all those things are things that are hurdles that he has to overcome in this situation. And it's not like we're hiding him in our lineup. He's playing. He's playing big minutes, and he's playing up against, you know, some of the opposition's best lines.
Jake Gardner said you and him talked, and you didn't both agree that his game wasn't where it should be. But if he doesn't get inside, it's just a matter of not changing a hot lineup when it's working.
Those are coaches' decisions that you have to deal with. They're not easy ones. And, you know, we feel that we have a quality hockey player that can play to a higher level. And he agrees with that. So to me, that's end of story.
Will he play tonight?
That's a coach's decision, and we'll make that lineup decision after warm-up.
What does Jake, when he does get back in, what would you like to see him do better?
Play better.
I guess, Randy, moving forward, depth at the position, it's a good thing.
Well, we've said right from the beginning that we're going to create competition for positions. So that just doesn't go to our defensemen. It goes to our forwards. It goes to our goaltending. If they compete for the position and they earn it, it's a novel concept.
With Stuart Percy and his hockey sense, such an intelligent player, when you talk about that, what plays stand out? Is it the simple thing?
Well, just making plays with the puck and reading where the forechecking is coming from, exiting the zone on one pass, you know, finding the guy on the side on the power play, you know, executing to a higher level than most people do. You know, he has the ability to read situations and get the puck to people. When you review it, he does it more consistently than some other people.
Is that just a feel for the game that he's got, that he can just kind of look at what
I think it's a feel for the game. It's a comfort zone. I think if you look at what he was able to do in the history of where he's come from, and junior hockey and then the American Hockey League, he's just transferring that into the NHL right now. And that's a challenge to be consistent doing it.
What gave you the confidence to put him on a power play in his first NHL game, and you know he generates points right out the bat?
I look at it because he had a strong training camp. He just was able to carry on and do the things that he was doing in training camp. And there was no secret in our organization that we felt that Stuart Percy had hockey sense that could move the puck and could play in offensive situations. The issue is, as always, is can a young player transfer it into the NHL at an expedited rate? Because we're always looking for young players to step in and play and assume larger roles, and that's the challenge. And we're only 3 games into the season, and historically, young defensemen, if anything, have had struggles once the pace of the game picks up and you play better teams and you play higher and you play more games and there's less practice time. All those things usually go against younger players starting.
So along those lines, is it talk to me in February?
No, along those lines is as long as he continues to show the ability to play at a high rate, and we understand there's going to be valleys and there's going to be hiccups along the way. But I don't think that's any different than any of our other young defensemen.
Has Winnick added something to that Kadri line that maybe he didn't have before?
I just think, again, Winnick has come in and a big-bodied guy that has been able to put pressure on pucks. He's been a safe player. He kills penalties. He understands his role. And right now, for us, we felt that we needed to find somebody that could play there, and he's drawn the straw right now. And he's done we feel in the last 2 games, he's done a heck of a job.
Randy, what kind of challenge